up? My name is Mercedes, and you're watching Gaia Goes H. O L L Y W O O D. Hey, what's up? It's Mercedes Gaia, and today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to make money fast in Los Angeles. So, number 5, become an extra. For those of you who don't know what extras are, they are the people in the background of television shows, commercials, and movies who fill up the scene. They're walking on the street, they're in the mall, they're, working at the coffee shop behind the bar and stuff like that. They start out kind of low, but if you become a SAG member, then you actually get paid more, especially for like commercials. I don't know the rates because I'm not SAG and I don't want to focus on being an extra in commercials, but if you've never been on a set and you want to be an actor or be in the film industry, or if you don't want to be in the film industry at all, even better, because you can actually, like, literally, if you have the right look, and you're basic looking enough, you don't really stand out, which was kind of another problem of mine because I'm like 5'10", but if you don't stand out that much, then you could totally make a full-time job of being an extra. So the life of an extra, literally, you have to report somewhere really early. Oftentimes it's someplace off location in like the desert, or like an hour, sometimes 2-3 hours away from Los Angeles. But, which can be hard if you don't have a car, but that's what Uber comes in. So you can use some, you'll get there if you need the money. In order to sign up and even like be eligible to be booked on these jobs where you can see some of your favorite celebrities or like just really cool stuff, you have to attend the orientation at Central Casting, which is in Burbank, California. It's like a 15-minute drive from downtown LA, maybe a 10-minute drive from Hollywood, as long as there's like not super bad traffic. And you have to get there very early because they only give away, like, I think they only fill the room with like 50 people or 100 people. I don't know, it's like an even number, but people get there at like 4 in the morning, and they like sit outside the door and they like sit in a line and they wait, and they don't know if they're actually going to get in. I did it twice because the first time, anyway, so yeah, you have to wait 2 weeks, but you get food for free. You have somewhere like a shelter, to sit and chill. You can network with people, but anyway, yeah, this is not money. So that's number 5. Number 4, paid audience gigs. Okay, so paid audience gigs are kind of like being an extra, but you're in a live, quote unquote, live show. Something like, whether it's like a cooking show or a game show or a judge court show. The people who are actually sitting in the audience there, or like clapping or booing, like on Jerry Springer or whatever, they're all paid. Not all of them. Some of them are volunteers or tourists. Some of them are people who just like live locally and they want to just go because they like the show, whatever. But majority are getting paid cash the day of. No taxes taken out. The shit. I did it like every day for like a week, and I really needed the money. They give you cash. There are 2 companies that you can sign up with in order to do this that I know of. One in LA. One of them is standing room only. That's who I got most of my gigs through. And there's On-Set Productions, and I'll leave both of those, some more information about that in the description box. So the difference, basically, everyone knows standing room only pretty much sucks because they take forever. The people who like organize the people who show up and like basically ensure that you will be on the show and get paid or not. Not all of them. Most of them are really cool and they're girls, but there's this one guy specifically who's a dick, and he's nepotistic, and everyone knows that he like has favorites, and it doesn't matter if they're dressed right or not, that he'll let them in. And then some people are dressed to a T and he just doesn't like them, or he's just not in a good mood, or you know, whatever, and he literally will turn you away. And sometimes when you really, really need money, it's just like the worst feeling to know that like you're being treated unfairly, and you're not given an honest, equal opportunity to make money. So I kind of got burnt that way, but you know what? It's all good. Everything happens for a reason. It just motivated me to hustle harder. And then on-set productions, everyone knows, is very quick. I think MTV runs it or something like that. I did a show with on-set productions. I can't talk about it anymore. But anyway, it's awesome. They pay quickly, they pay a competitive amount, and they just get you in and out. They don't keep you waiting all day long like standing room only. Sorry guys, but maybe you can use this as like a growing point. Alright, so yeah, you get paid cash day of. Usually it's about $50 a show. Sometimes it's 20 if you live close to Hollywood, or you know, you have a car, then great. But like when I first moved to LA, I didn't have a car, so I was spending a lot of money on Uber, and so I wasn't making that much after, you know, like profit after like paying for Ubers there and back. But unless it was like a big show. But anyway, you'll learn more about that if you're interested. Number 3, Craigslist. So I'm sure you know what Craigslist is. In the rare case that you don't, Craigslist is an online community where you can sell things by posting up an ad, and then someone answers it. Or, you know, they have a lot of other things. It's kind of like an online newspaper at this point. There are like ads and casual encounters, and I don't know, sometimes people give stuff away. There's a way to find gigs, jobs, postings. I've got a few jobs off that, not in LA, but back home in Kentucky. So Craigslist is great because LA is such a big city that there are constantly people on Craigslist. People just make money off of buying shit or getting shit for free off of Craigslist and then flipping it or fixing it and then, yeah, flipping it. So that's a great way if you have like a bunch of stuff. If you kind of move to LA with like everything you own and you realize you don't need like half of that shit, there are people who want it. I know there are other apps that you can use, or like Facebook Marketplace is a great place to go also. I have heard great things about Facebook Marketplace from my friends. So yeah, I mean, if you just need some cash, like you want like a fair price, then you might have to wait maybe like an hour, maybe you have to wait like 30 minutes, maybe you have to wait a week, but you will sell it and you'll get cash if you request cash, which I advise. And I also advise you meeting those people because they're strangers. You don't know who they are. Obviously, in a public place, try a police station. Number 2, pawn shop. So this is kind of similar to Craigslist, but it's a little quicker because you go to the pawn shop. They're open like long hours, usually like, you know, all day almost in LA, and you get cash. So the pro is that it's quick, and they take like almost anything except like, I don't know, probably underwear or like dishes. They don't really take dishes, but you know, if it's appliances, if it's anything shiny and you pay like maybe $50 or more for it, then you have a good chance of selling it to a pawn shop and getting some cash in hand to walk away with. You do have an option to either sell it permanently and walk away and never see it again, or you can pawn it, which is like getting a loan from the shop, and you have a certain amount of time to go back and get it. I strongly recommend a pawn shop in Glendale, which is about 15-minute drive from Hollywood with no traffic. And it is called Once Upon a Time, and I'm pretty sure it's Armenian owned. I only guess that because it's Armenian community pretty much. They might be Italian. I don't know if it's just one guy or if it's a set of brothers or friends. I don't really know, but it's 2 older guys, and they're very, very kind, and they're very understanding. They're super non-judgmental, and they really don't like they don't charge a lot of interest. They want you to be able to come back and get your valuable things if you need to. And they're just so awesome. I just feel like it's totally safe there. I know that when I do, when I'm able to go back and get it, then I can go get it. And I already got it once, but then I had to pawn it again because LA is freaking expensive. Anyway, yeah, that's how you get money fast, baby. And I'll put some information about that below. So the number one way to make money fast, cash money, is, in my opinion, Uber. If you have a car and you know how to drive, you have a license already, moving from a different state, it's super easy. All you have to do is go to the DMV. I strongly suggest making an appointment beforehand. Then you take like a written test, so I definitely advise you to read the driving handbook, the manual for the state of California, because the rules are kind of different. At least from where I'm from. And then you take a test, and then because you already have your photo ID, your license, they literally just send you one in the mail, which sucks, but it doesn't matter, because as long as you switch your license over, your driver's license over to California, then you are eligible to apply to be an Uber driver. So that process consists of a criminal background check. It can take anywhere from, like, I think some people said a day. It wasn't for me. It was like 2 weeks, and I have a clean history. So it can be like about 2 weeks. So definitely get the ball rolling when you first move to Los Angeles, or if you've been living in LA and you just have had a rocky time like I know I did. Definitely make that an option for yourself. Even if you don't need the money right now, if you have a California license, you literally need to just apply, and just that way, when the criminal background check goes through, as long as you're not a criminal, which if you're a criminal, like, then you already know about the other ways. Anyways, so, and I don't judge you necessarily. Anyway, so, yeah, so just freaking apply and, like, make it an option for yourself, because you never know if, your boss is gonna just, like, freaking fire you, and then you're gonna be, like, out of a job and out of money that you need in LA to survive. And with the press of a button on your phone, you literally can open up everything. I mean, you can, like, go and drive and pick someone up, and then they get in your car, you drop them off, and it tells you maybe you made $3, but maybe you made like $100. And there's now an option to deposit the money into your account via a debit card. It can be a prepaid debit card. You literally can deposit it into your account with a button instantly. There's no minimum. Like with Lyft, there was a minimum. It was $50. I don't know if they changed it, because I haven't driven for Lyft in a while. I haven't drove for Lyft in a while. But for Uber, it's instant now. That changes everything. And not to mention, you're also opening yourself up for networking opportunities, because you literally could pick up, like, someone who's an expert in your field that you just got fired from another job, and maybe they like your charisma or whatever. So that's my number one way to make money fast. I mean, if you don't have a car, Uber has a leasing option. You can rent a car through Hertz. You have to be a certain age. And then there's another, I think it's called Hire Car. That's a company I think you can check out. And there's also another company called, I forgot what it's called, but I think you can rent, like, Nissan Leafs, and it's like per hour. You rent it for like $20, but you're most likely gonna make like that back, especially if it's on the weekend. So I will leave all that information down below, but those are my 5 ways to make cash fast in Los Angeles. Thank you for watching. Go make that money, and I will see you next week.